Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video we're gonna review the new archetype. So Mystical Space Typhoon got its own archetype, and these cards are actually pretty interesting because the best ones are level 3s and they can special summon themselves for free and they generate you a lot of pluses. Erdem is a Rota, Suen is a Spell and Trap or MST searcher, and Megala is just a free special summon. So they're all fantastic because this means that we are going to Cherubini basically every single hand because there are so many level 3s in this deck. Okay, in this duel we're going first. Okay, start to Megala, go to Gossip Shadow to protect us from the hand traps, which is very useful because with this we can stop Nibiru, Ash, basically anything. Now we went into Cherubini, of course, and Rhino Ares, add Archfiend, use E-Tele for Mind Procedure. Mind Procedure is here in the deck because you need a good normal summon. I tried to play with Tour Guide, but Tour Guide wasn't really that great because if Tour Guide gets hand trapped, you just end on one level 3. I mean, Mind Procedure is the same case, but Tour Guide cannot add a E-Tele. I mean, Mind Procedure is so much better than Tour Guide because 3 E-Tele is so worth it because it's more level 3s on the board. And now you can see that this was very easy to accomplish. We are making Zlantis, Talker, Gossip Shadow, Archfiend, searching multiple barriers. And also we have follow up in the Magnifistorm Stanza Tribute. It's a Rota. Of course we buried the Call by the Grave. Okay, they're using the Raisin, but we banish with Echo Talker, Prosperity. And by the way, in this duel I remember that Prosperity actually kinda wrecked my Gossip Shadow because I cannot draw a card. I mean, my opponent cannot draw a card. So I could not use the monster effect, monster negate in this case, but it doesn't really matter because we have a lot of follow-up, a lot of negations, follow-up, everything. In this duel we actually opened Ares, which is unfortunate, but we drew Procedure, get sashed, and we drew E-Tele anyway. We go for Gossip Shadow. And this is a very good thing for Mind Procedure because, and the opponent surrender of course, because they know, because they can really combo off from Erdem to Suen, then add another Stanza Tribute for follow up. Okay, we drew another subpar hand, but we drew Erdem. We get rolled, but we can chain Stanza Tribute because it's a quick play. Go for Gossip Shadow, use Suen, summon the Wielder, use Cherubini, send Rhino, send Archfiend, and this Archfiend will act as a interruption because we can destroy the Power Patron Machine Doom. Some new archetype, I can assume. Okay, using Mind Procedure, adding E-Tele, using E-Tele, summon Wheel Leader, use Cherubini again, send Necromancer, go for Saryuya, draw 4, Erdem, add Suen. Suen will add the Stanza Tribute, and Stanza will add the Megala, which is great. Saryuya will special summon Archfiend, use Archfiend, add Launcher, use Levier to bring back that banished Archfiend, use Archfiend again, add Reaper, and this is more than enough for game. Yep. This duel we drew 2 bricks, but we can still play around it, as you'll see. Procedure add Daily, Wheel Eater, go for Gossip Shadow, Erdem add Stanza Tribute to add the the Erdem, and also these Magnifistorm cards are very confusing because they have, similar color, they're like blue and red, the second one is blue and green, so yeah, you can actually mistake them between each other. But anyway, we normal summon Rhino with Duke of Demise, send Archfiend I think, use Proxy, summon Aerial Eater, Proxy summon the second Necromancer, use this Necromancer for Archfiend, use Archfiend, grab Reaper, Echo Talker, use the second Necromancer, use Archfiend, grab another Necromancer, brandish Stygian, go for Moon, use the third Necromancer, bring back Archfiend, grab Barrier, go for Zelantis, use Reaper, bring back Necromancer, to bring back Archfiend, grab Barrier, this is more than enough. And also the sequence comes back. And also this card is actually very interesting, Gordian Slicer. I did read this card a long time ago, but I actually forgot about it because I thought that the cost was actually too high, and in this case I think it was, because they banished like 13 cards and they didn't get rid of our Infernities, which is very unfortunate. Of course, Levier, Stygian, go for Sequence, Requiem, Lacrima, go for Saryuya, draw 4. It's basically just to flex. Use Archfiend, add another Archfiend, use Stygian, summon Archfiend, and opponent surrendered. In this case we're going second. Okay, they are summoning the Morgana, so this is a new Morganite. Spell and Trap Searcher I think. It's an interesting card. Okay, they are playing Regenesis plus Morganite, okay, that's interesting. Summoning the Sage, okay. So they have a card effect negate, okay, they're using Sage and Lightning Storm. The reasoning for Lightning Storm and Feather Duster and MST is to actually clear up the spell and trap zones, because Magnifistorms can special summon themselves when your opponent has no spell and trap zones on the field, or if you have a MST in the graveyard, and sometimes you won't get to MST. So clearing up your opponent's spell and trap zones can be easier to accomplish. And in this case, that Solemn Judgment was very, very crucial, and we don't really have any follow-up I think. Yeah, we did have Barrier to stop the 7th Tachyon, but they still have the Regenesis Archfiend to add the Warrior. And in this case, we're just left with Duke of Demise, which cannot be special summoned, destroyed, but we top deck Archfiend. But they have the Regenesis Birthright or Sage. Kinda unfortunate for Archfiend, but yep. Okay, they shuffle back my Duke of Demise. They are also drawing 2 cards every turn because of the Morganite, and they're normal summoning Vanity's Ruler. Okay, we're going first. We drew Ares and Stygian. In this case we can just normal summon Ares, because it's also a level 3. And you don't really have many normal summons, which is a very good thing about this deck. You do have Mind Procedure, and outside of that you can just leave your normal summon for Necromancer, you know, or even Stygian, but you also have another normal summon with Duke of Demise, which is very big. Using Duke of Demise, banish itself, add Archfiend, banish Stygian, summon Archfiend. We did that because I drew Ares and I couldn't get to my Archfiend, so I used Aeroliter to send Archfiend to the graveyard, summon Duke of Demise, banish itself, add Archfiend, and you can see that we can still combo, because even though we drew Ares in our hand with no Archfiend in our opening hand, you know. So even if you draw Ares, it's not a brick, it's a level 3, you can just normal summon it. Especially with Magnifistorms now. They are just free level 3 special summons, which is very useful. Because you can also use Necromancer plus any Magnifistorm, make Cherubini, and you can start your combo. And our opponent surrender because Solantis is just that broken. Okay, in this duel we're going second. And they just set one card. They didn't have any plays. Okay, we are using the MST, as you can see. Going for early Gossip Shadow. Okay, they're using Soul Energy Max for searching Obelisk. And they surrender because they see Moon of the Closed Heaven, Finsmiths, Gossip Shadow will stop any monster effects. Okay, so here's the deck list again. As you saw, the new Archetype is very strong. They are super flexible, and they can be splashed into a lot of decks because they are free special summons. They're level 3s. They add each other because Erdem can add Suen. Suen can add Stanza Tribute. Stanza Tribute will add Megala. So you can see that you just went +4 in card advantage because you have 3 level 3s on the board. You decked in by 4 cards, and you basically have a 1 card Finsmith combo. No, 1 card Infernity combo because you have 2 level 3s for Cherubini. Cherubini will send Rhino, Ares, add Archfiend, and then you can use Cherubini and Megala for Finsmiths, Aeroliters and Stygian. Banish Stygian, summon Archfiend, and as you can see that they're fantastic. They do have a very big disadvantage of relying on your opponent to not have any spell and traps on the board, but you can mitigate that with playing Lightning Storm, Feather Duster. You can also play more Mystical Space Typhoons. I was actually thinking about that because MST is ironically a very good card, and still is after 25 years, because you can use it on your opponent's spell and traps, of course, or you can use it on Stanza Tribute, because if Stanza Tribute is destroyed you can set it, so you can go activate Stanza Tribute and then chainlink to MST to destroy it, and this means that you can reset the Stanza Tribute to have it for follow-up in the next turn, which is very helpful because Infernity doesn't really have any follow-up, and this deck offers so much of it, as they are fantastic starters, extenders, they are level 3s, and as you can see I'm playing Levier and Gossip Shadow. Gossip Shadow is going first. Levier can also be going first, but and as an extender, but I'm using these two as a way to Zeus, because you can just summon them on the board. You can just summon 2 level 3s on the board, go to Gossip Shadow, attack something, slap Zeus on top, use Zeus, and then you just bait it to 1 interruption, which is very big. Then you can use these 4 to get around more interruptions, so this deck is very good. And also, if this is the first wave of support, this was very good and very promising archetype. I love it, not just because they're level 3s, but I mean, it's so cool that MST actually got a archetype of its own. That's great. And yeah, that's it for the video. See you soon and goodbye.